Hey guys, before this video, I'd like kind of like to state that it is the Senate that mostly controls like foreign policy and stuff, but I still kind of want to touch on that. Like the president can affect that slightly, but like he can still affect it. And if we have a terrible president, then our foreign policy is going to be mostly terrible. You get what I mean? But like, yeah, and like I also know how like presidents come out bad when they're saying the foreign policy, so like it can be like, oh. People would just be like, "Oh, you're fucking racist because you didn't touch on Canada being naked or something," you know? Basically, because like they'll be like, "Oh, this is your foreign policy, but this is not your foreign policy. Oh, this is not your foreign policy, but this is not your foreign policy." But like, still, like if the new president does say something wrong or do the wrong thing, then it could blow up in their face. Like a positive guy that had okay, no, maybe not, but like just saying that the Senate is one who mostly controls it in America. I know that. I'm just trying to say that the president, if he's bad, he could mess it up, and just trying to say what is going, because I see a lot of people not knowing it, that there's literally a row over there. Just as long as Trump doesn't win, we should be alright. Should. And like all this media just like giving Trump extra support and extra votes, because like I wouldn't have known about Trump if it wasn't for the media being like, "Oh my god, oh Trump." Well, actually I probably would, but still. But yeah, this video's gonna start now. Hey guys, Methanoma here, and I just kinda want to talk about something. Yeah, I know. Election are coming up, that's right. Get ready to vote for a new president or something, America. But like, direct your eyes to Ukraine and the Baltic states, yeah. Again, I know, all that fucking media shit, like we're like, yeah, okay. But let me give you a rundown of the situation going on here. Ukraine. Alright, now, it all starts with a statement on January 15th, 2013 by state.gov. Last week, the Senate unanimously passed Senator Murphy's Senate Resolution 319, which came out to this committee. This is a quote, by the way. Expressing support for the Ukrainian people in light of President Yankovic's decision not to sign an association agreement with the European Union. So let me break that down to you. America has basically said, you won't join with NATO, but we still have your back, you know? Okay, against what, you might ask? If you live under a rock or something, or you just don't really pay attention to politics, I understand you. Well, just my glass was in the way. Well, the whole pro-separatists trying to take Ukraine for the Russian control, right? So, there's a lot of people, like rebels and stuff, like fighting their own government so that Russia can take back over Ukraine. So they're like, oh yeah, Russia should totally take us over. Let's fight for it. People believe what they want to believe. And Russia taking over the Crimea Peninsula, which is like right there, which is a pretty strong hold for them, if they really want to go full first on their ass. So like, if you don't understand, just look it up. Just look up Ukraine, Russia, separatists, just those keywords. And just get back to me on that. Okay, cool. I'm guessing you already know what it is now. Okay, because that's not really my main focus. My main focus is the Baltic states. Like, Russia... Oh, I just said like, oh my gosh, stop saying that. Russia is looking to take over the Baltic states. Again. Now, just like USSR took over Baltic states, but that's not Russia, technically. But like Putin seems to get that in his mind that they're the same thing when they're not. Two different states. A lot of people think that they're like, oh yeah, okay, getting off topic. I have ADHD or something. And you might not like Obama, but opinions aside, he is a good enough president. Like, you might be like, oh, he did this bad, he did this bad, he did this bad. And I'll agree with you. There are a lot of things he did bad. There's a lot of things I don't like. But he tied up relationships with Germany and other countries, like even now, Canada, and other such countries. And he was kind of close to doing that with Russia and Putin. Well, he was trying. He was at least trying. Because Russia if they take over the Baltic states, it's been stated that by President Obama, you, meaning the Baltic states, will not lose your freedom again. Referring to the USSR taking over that area, forming an iron curtain of sorts. Russia, because will not lose your freedom again. USSR took over that area during the war. They formed like an iron curtain. So no information in, no information out, nothing vice versa. Russia is trying to kind of do that again, but with short-range Russian missiles near the Baltic states of let me just pull up the name. Lithuania, Lithuanian. Okay, I suck at pronouncing literally anything, and Istakil. Okay, if anyone lives in those regions and I just horribly butchered the name of it, you have full right to punch me in the face when you see me. Okay, somebody's gonna take that out of context. I can feel it. They're just gonna punch me in the face again. Okay. Yeah, but I said sort of short-range Russian missiles if you pick that up. That's right. Missiles. Yeah, missiles, okay, cool. Now, these are nuclear missiles, let me remind you, not normal missiles. That's right. If Russia wages war with Baltic states, according to Leonid Nersisian, okay, I should really read up on how to pronounce stuff, because I just suck. Even with English words, I can't pronounce them. Military observer for Regnum News Agency. They are prepared, meaning we, Russia, are prepared to use nuclear missiles to counter NATO in the Baltic states. Because the Baltic states are part of NATO, and Russia wants to take over the Baltic states, and America is trying to defend the Baltic states and Ukraine, so Russia's trying to take over the Baltic states, right? And if they take over the Baltic states, NATO's going to counter that because a fight against one part of NATO is a fight against all of NATO. And Russia's going to counter that with nuclear missiles. They're going to nuke them. They're going to nuke NATO out of there. You know what that's going to mean? NATO's going to send nuclear missiles to them. You know what that's going to mean?